Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day, and today is the day that Billie Eilish released her debut album called When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And I'm so excited. I actually listened to her EP that she released a couple years ago called Don't Smile at Me, and I loved that album so much that I was so pumped up to finally listen to this album, which dropped today, March 29th, and so here we are. There are 14 tracks, and the only tracks I've heard so far are You Should See Me in the Crowd, When the Party's Over, and where's the other one? Bury a Friend. So I heard those three tracks already, love them so much. I'm excited to get into the rest of this album. 14 tracks, so let's get into it with track number 1. Exclamation point. I kid you not, that is the title of the track. And please forgive me, I am a little sick today. I have a sore throat and I have a stuffy nose. So please forgive me if this video is a little weird. Anyway, so let's get into it. Track number 1. Duh. Duh. Okay, so that was track number 1, exclamation point, which was only 13 seconds. It was just a little snippet. And then it went directly into Bad Guy, the second track. And I gotta say, Bad Guy, such a good song. What a way to kick off an album. I loved it. So dark, so ominous, so Billie Eilish. I'm so pumped up for the rest of this album, I gotta say. So that was Bad Guy, really good track. I love it. So now let's move on to track number 2, Zaddy. Okay, so that was track number 3, Zanny, and wow, what a chill, relaxing song. So euphoric, it just kind of takes over your body and it kind of just sends you to another world. I don't really need to explain to you what it's about, but it's a very chill song. I really liked it. A good way to kind of just relax and just kind of lay back and let the music take you over. So that was track number 3, and now let's move on to track number 4. You Should See Me in a Crown, and you really should. Scream. Okay, so that was track number 4, You Should See Me in the Crowd, and I thoroughly enjoyed that song. It was a good continuation of the album. It was good, I liked it. Track number 4. You should see me in the crowd. Is she hinting at something? Crowd, princess of pop, future princess of pop. I know she's not a traditional pop artist, not like the pop girls that came before her, but we are going into a new decade very soon, next year. So is she going to be the main pop girl in the coming decade, just like how Katy Perry and Lady Gaga took over the 2010s? Is this going to be the Billie Eilish decade? Who knows? So now let's move on to track number 5. All the good girls go to hell. Because honestly, heaven is overrated. Oh goodness, take me to church. No, okay, so that was track number 5. All the good girls go to hell. I need some holy water right now. I'm just kidding. So that was a good song. I enjoyed it. I haven't had any complaints with the album so far. Each track has been solid. I can see myself listening to this album again in the future. Good song. I enjoyed it. Just a solid pop record so far. So now let's move on to track number, where are we? Track number 6. Wish You Were Gay. I mean, honestly, me every day. So that was Wish You Were Gay, and honestly, like I said before, me every single day. Okay. That was a good song, good solid track. Again, I have no problems with this album so far. Each track has been solid in my opinion. I haven't disliked any of these songs yet. And Wish You Were Gay is no exception. Really on point. I liked it. Oh my god. I have like a sneeze coming on and my nose is running. Oh, I'm just a sloppy mess right now. Sorry guys. So now let's move on to track number 7, When the Party's Over. And When the Party's Over is actually the very first Billie Eilish song I had ever heard. And when I listened to it for the first time, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it, and I wanted to find out who this girl was. Who is this girl from Los Angeles? She's 17 years old, so I dug into her album, and here we are. When the Party's Over, track number 7. So when the party's over, probably my favorite track on the album so far. I mean, I did not want it to end. It could go on for 10 minutes, and that still wouldn't be enough. I really like that song. When the Party's Over, like I said before, it was the first Billie Eilish song I'd ever heard, and it's probably my favorite track on this album so far. Really good. I love it. So now let's move on to track number 8. 8. Okay, so that was track number 8. 8. And I enjoyed this song just like the others. Again, nothing wrong with it. I haven't disliked any of these songs yet. This is a good continuation of the album. In this song, she sounds like a toddler or like a very young girl singing. It was very chill, it kind of took over my body. I was kind of in my own little world. I love that. So now let's move on to track number 9, My Strange Addiction. I honestly love that show though. If you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube. Check it out. My Strange Addiction. There's some crazy fucked up people in the world, honestly. No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died. So that was track number 9 by Strange Addiction, and that was a total bop. I mean, one of my favorite tracks on the album. I mean, this could actually be a summer song if it was released during the summer. I mean, compared to the rest of the songs, I feel like this has the potential to be released in the summer. I don't know. I really liked it. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album so far. The opening, the do kind of reminded me of Fancy by Iggy Azalea. But other than that, I really did love that song. One of my favorites on the album so far. And I love the little snippets of dialogue in throughout the song. So now let's move on to track number 10, Bury a Friend, Billy. Listen. I wanna end me. Okay, so that was track number 10, Bury a Friend, and what a freaky fucking song, but I love it. Probably my favorite or second favorite track on the album. Very catchy, but very spooky, very weird. That's why I love it so much. Bury a Friend, and honestly, this is all they play at my work, honestly. Like, they play the song every hour at my work, and it's just, like, mind-boggling. I mean, it's not really mind-boggling because it's such a good song, but, like, really? Okay, so now let's move on to track number 11. How do you say that? Please forgive me. Ilo Milo? Ilo? Milo? I have no idea. Okay, so that was track number 11. Really interesting song. It sounded a little bit like a lullaby in some parts. It was good. Again, a good continuation of the album. If I had to choose my least favorite track on the album, it might be this one, but that's not to say it's a bad song by any means. It's just, my least favorite of the album so far. Actually, let me double check that. Yeah, it would probably be this one or track number 8. 8 would be probably my two least favorites so far. But they're still good. I mean, I would listen to them again. So now let's move on to track number 12. Listen Before I Go. Okay, so that was track number 12. Listen Before I Go, a ballad, and it was pretty sad, a little devastating. I kind of got a little emotional when I was listening to it. Um, I feel like it's a really good, solid track. And one of the better songs on the album. It's very slow. I imagine some people wouldn't like it because of that, but I feel like it's a very, very powerful song, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And now we will now move on to track number 13. There's only two more tracks left. Track number 13, I Love You, and my nose is running. Ugh, I hate being sick. I'm I'm a sloppy mess right now. So that was track number 13. I Love You. Listen Before I Go and I Love You are to me some of the standout tracks on the album. When I first listened to this record, I got a lot of the upbeat, dance-worthy songs. The bops. The clever songs with the clever lyrics, very haunting melodies, and then we get to these two songs, number 12 and 13, the two ballads, and I'm just heartbroken. I wasn't expecting that. Very heartbreaking, very emotional. I got a little teary-eyed there. Good job, Billy. So now let's move on to the final track on the album. Goodbye. Well, the bad guy that she is definitely a bad girl. And if all the good girls go to hell, do all the bad girls go to heaven? Who knows? So that was the debut album from Billie Eilish, and I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite albums of 2019 so far, if not my favorite album of 2019. She's just such a unique artist, and her songs are like poetry. I mean, that is how music should be. And considering she's 17 years old, I don't know if she wrote these songs. I imagine she had a hand in writing them. I don't know if other people co-wrote these songs with her. But lyrically, they are good songs, and I enjoyed almost each and every one. Actually, I'll just say I enjoyed each and every one. There are some I prefer than others. My favorite tracks on the album are probably Bad Guy, When the Party's Over, My Strange Addiction, Bury a Friend, Listen Before I Go, and I Love You. For me, those are the standout tracks. So, give me your opinion. What did you think of the album? Have you heard Don't Smile at Me yet? Her EP she released a couple years ago. What was your favorite track? What was your least favorite track? Yeah, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. I'm very curious to know. And if you want me to review an album on this channel of mine, I will do it. Give me some suggestions. You can find me on Twitter. You can leave a comment. I will do it for you within reason if it's an album I think I will enjoy listening to. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.